What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I want to talk about the recent increase in the spot price of gold and silver, but also I want to talk about the extreme potential that I believe silver has. So let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so we have recently seen the spot price of gold and silver climbing up as we're coming out of the weekend. Currently, I'm filming this video on Sunday night, May 31st, and we have a gold spot price of $17.44 and 45 cents. Silver spot is at $18.27. We've broken into the $18 range for silver, but I think it has a lot more potential. We're going to talk about that. And we have a gold to silver ratio of 95.48. So, gold is up, silver is up, the gold to silver ratio is down, which means that silver is in fact moving faster than its gold counterpart. So silver has done better in the short term. That's what it basically means when the gold to silver ratio goes down. These are some beautiful older style Libertads from Mexico, and I also have some foreign gold that I'll be showing off in the video. But it's extremely interesting to me to look at the spot price now of gold and silver and compare it to when we've seen the spot price of gold at these highs. That's the main thing I want to do in this video, to show why I think silver is extremely undervalued. So when it comes to precious metals, not a lot of people out there know what's going to happen. In fact, I would say no one knows what's going to happen in the future. If we did, we'd be extremely rich. So you see all these gurus out there saying, oh, we're going to see $3,000 gold or $5,000 gold at the end of the year, or $10,000 gold in 2 years. They don't know what's going to happen, right? These are all predictions. And so we can make guesses for what we think is going to happen in the future, of course, but basically your guess is as good as mine. So I think the most reliable thing to do is to actually look at the past and see what's happened with the spot price of gold, spot price of silver, and we can use that to make a judgment for what we think is going to happen down the road. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back in time to 2011, when we saw gold at the same spot price it's at today, because gold has been breaking out recently. We've definitely seen a run up in the price of gold, especially over the last 3, 4, 5 years. Gold's gone from $1,200 an ounce all the way up to almost $1,750 now as I'm filming the video. So clearly gold has been on the move. Silver has definitely gone up a little bit in the short term, but honestly, silver spot price has been pretty flat over the last 5, 10 years. I'd say more 7, 8 years, but still, silver spot price is definitely not broken out like gold has. So anyway, let's go over to the computer. We'll take a look at some charts, and then we'll come back and I'll talk about what I think they mean. All right, so we're looking at the historical gold price chart here. It's got gold at 1738.40 right now, and this is the run up in 2011 with gold. These were all-time highs for gold. So we can see it's going up, going up, going up, and then in August of 2011, we see 1744 on the 9th. Looks like on the 8th it was 1717, and so on Tuesday, August 9th, 2011, that's when it was closest to where it's at today, 1744, and then it went up to, like the $2,000 range or whatever. But anyway, let's look at silver now, and we're going to look at Tuesday, August 9th in 2011 and see where silver was at. Now, real quick, this was the run-up on silver. It was previous to that, $48 an ounce there for silver. But if we go to Tuesday, August 9th, we can see $37.69 for silver. Wow. So silver was over double where it's at today when gold was flat to where it's at today. So if that doesn't scream undervalued silver, I don't know what else does. I mean, look at this, $37. And today, silver's just now breaking the $18 mark. Absolutely insane. But let's look at the gold to silver ratio to prove this even further. We're just going to beat a dead horse here. This is 2011. This was the low right here, 31 for the GSR. Wow, that would have been a great time to convert that silver to gold. But if we find Tuesday, August 9th, we will see, look at this, 46 for a gold to silver ratio, literally less than half what it is currently. So if we doubled that, it would be 92, and the gold to silver ratio right now is 95. So if we look at that little slice in time from 2011, you can clearly see that silver is super undervalued. It has so much potential. So gold was making its run up back then, and gold is making its run up currently, and silver has not been moving. So if you were to take the two metals and just look at them objectively, take all your bias out of it, just look at the numbers and say, okay, which one is more undervalued? Which one has more potential? I would say you'd have to go with silver. Now, does that mean you should not be buying any gold? Should you be focusing only on silver right now, especially with these high premiums where it feels like silver bullion just keeps on getting more and more expensive and even out of reach for some people? I mean, I just looked on APMEX. I could not find any silver for under $22 an ounce. So clearly the price of silver is going up. But if you want to put your money into precious metals, gold or silver, I would think you'd be doing yourself a disservice not thinking about silver. Now, I've actually seen a lot of YouTubers say that they're focusing on mainly gold right now, and that's totally fine, but gold is nearing basically all-time highs. So do you want to buy something at the high or at the low, right? And the thing is, does gold have a lot more potential? Yeah, absolutely. I think gold can go way higher than it is right now. But also, I think silver has a ton of room for growth as well. So I would say diversify your portfolio. First of all, just diversify your portfolio in general. I actually had someone on a video recently ask me how much money they should put into precious metals. And it really depends on what you're trying to do. Are you just trying to stack a little bit? Or are you trying to look at it as a pure investment? How much of your retirement should you put into it? It's really hard to answer that question because I don't know what your situation is. But some people have said 2% of their portfolio or maybe 10% of their portfolio into precious metals is where they're at or where they want to be. So if we look at a pretty beefy portfolio, let's say you got $1 million in your portfolio. What would that look like putting it into precious metals? So I'm going to simplify the numbers quite a bit for this example. But if you put 2% of $1 million into silver, that would be around 1,000 ounces, and 2% into gold, that would be about 10 ounces. And then if you wanted to put 10% of that million, you'd be looking at 5,000 ounces of silver, or you'd be looking at 50 ounces of gold. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I know it's a little bit off, but that's just an example. Now, obviously, a lot of people don't have $1 million retirement portfolio right now, and they cannot move their money around that easily, even if they did. So what's a more reasonable amount to put into precious metals? I would say whatever you're most comfortable with. Of course, I think precious metals are an excellent hedge against inflation. They're a great savings account. I think you should diversify into them, but you really need to do your own research and figure out what's best for you in regard to how much of your portfolio you put into them. But as far as silver versus gold, I honestly think, just based on looking at the past, because that's really the best information we have to go off of, I really think there is still tremendous potential for silver. And I also think, honestly, there is great potential for gold as well. But I would hate for you to miss a crazy run up on silver because you were focusing so much on gold. So I would say get both precious metals. Don't get one or the other, and you can figure out how much you want to do, gold versus silver. You could do 50-50 or whatever you're more comfortable with. Obviously, I'm way more into silver. If you watch my older videos, I've got way more silver than I have gold. I think silver has more potential now, and I have been thinking that for years. So could I be wrong? Yeah, it's definitely possible. Like I said earlier, no one knows what the future holds, but honestly, I think there is great potential for both metals, and specifically silver, I think, has the most potential. So those were my thoughts. Now, how does platinum and palladium fit into all of this? Should you diversify into those? I will be making a video about that in the future. I do have some platinum ordered. Very excited to receive that in the mail. There's a delay on it right now, so super bummed about that, but what are you going to do? So in the meantime, before I can make that video, if you would like to watch my first ever platinum purchase, I'll put a link up in the corner. It's just a measly 1/10 ounce of platinum. I talk about platinum a little bit in that video. And so that's a good place to start if you like. I definitely will be making an updated platinum video when my 1 ounce American Platinum Eagle comes in. I'm super excited for that. But anyway, what are your thoughts on the recent breakout in silver and gold? Silver over $18 an ounce now. Gold still going up, almost up to $17.50. Where do you think they're going to go from now, and which do you think has more potential? Definitely leave a comment down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you all. I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.